Hello. Um, this is me again with Love and Hope Can LLC. Hey, I just didn't want to leave yesterday's video up like that and not come out with a part two. And yesterday I had the same question of, do Black lives really matter to us? This is a really important question because of where we are in 2022, all the things that are happening. Um, I have been past disturbed about all of the killings that is happening amongst our own people. And this is something that a lot of people don't want to talk about, but it's a reality. I remember having a really nice conversation. It wasn't really a nice conversation, but it was a couple of years ago when all of the shootings and things was happening. And I think it was on a post of someone, and it was a white male that put up there, um, well, why do black people just keep killing themselves? There are all reasons why people kill each other, and I've often replied that people kill where they live, and that is including black people, white people, Asian people, Chinese people, whatever other kind of people there are. People kill where they live, and it's just that simple. Um, Unfortunately, ours is highlighted to the point because it falls into the agenda of what mainstream wants to continuously pump into the minds, I believe, of the young folks in the upcoming generations. Now, that's just my belief. Um, and also, it tells you on these social media platforms, especially on the YouTube and the um, Facebook platforms, and it shows you the different violent videos that are allowed to come through that highlight violence. And it should go against community standard, but guess what? It make it through. And I often find that there's more unfortunate black people videos that make it through to highlight and show the violence, the aggression, and all of those things to help fit into the narrative. But nonetheless, it's only our fault. What do you do? How can you curtail what's happening within your neighborhood and within your community, within your village? You know, I know it's pretty sad to know and to see a mother lose a child or father lose a child, and there are no people. A lot of people do not step up to be able to help solve the murders. I see that on 48. What is it? 48. What is it called? The 48 hours that it's a TV show that comes on, and it talks about these sometimes it's unsolved murders, sometimes they catch the murderers, whatever. The bottom line is, and a lot of this is all in mostly low income neighborhoods where you have a lot of people for whatever reason that feel like there's no way out and feel like they have to go in and murder a person because they robbed a person or they did something. And it's so many reasons why people do what they do. I notice, but also understand that it often is highlighted in the black community, you know and it's pretty sad. But how do you change that narrative? How do you change the narrative if you're sick and tired of people that look like you in the news that's been highlighted, and for whatever reason they're highlighting you? We all know what some of the reasons are. um, but it speaks volumes. And unfortunately, a lot of our young people that see this in so many words, they don't value life. A lot of them say, I'm not afraid, or I'm not fearful of this or that. And a lot of them telling the truth, you know. But at the same time, I asked the question, do Black lives really matter to us? What about us, our responsibility? It's our community, it's our village, it's what we're producing. I was just watching last night a video on YouTube, and I was nodding off, and this individual was talking about the school system in Memphis, Tennessee. It's a school system. I think it's out of Shelby County, and here it is, all types of supposedly, allegedly misgoings on in the upper administration, to where there's supposedly um, superintendent is taking advantage of the female employees, and certain contracts are being signed without their salaries in there, and it's just all types of things. Well, if and this is allegedly, because I don't live there, but I also know that there are other public school systems within the United States that's probably and most likely operating out of the same type of situation, where people only promote people that they know, only promote situations, and really don't have the kids' best interests. All of these things contribute to the question, do Black lives really matter to us? To where we keep a lot of this stuff in check. You know, there is no way in the world that a person should, an administrator should allow any of its teachers to work without a correct contract, and then putting people in place allegedly to serve in positions that they do not qualify for. You know, that's pretty sad. That's pretty. It's like, I don't care. I'm gonna get mine, and I'm gonna get mine, and I'm gonna hook up my buddies or my person that I'm in this certain group with, and uh, I'm just gonna look out for those people. The heck with the kids and their education. It's already said that most public schools do not function at a high level because they lack resources. It's not that they lack the best teachers or anything like that. You have some of the best teachers, but then the teachers have to deal with the foolishness. They have to become the social worker in the class, and they have to become the counselor in the class. They have to continue to do all of these things to make sure that that the children that sit in their classroom in most cases succeed. And I ask the question again, do Black lives really matter to us to be able to change a situation that is happening, and that is happening right up under your nose? Are you willing to talk about it? Are you really willing to bring it to the forefront, to bring attention to it? Because right now I'm really saddened, because I've spent majority of my life, well, the majority of my adult life, volunteering, but also working in the field of children and families. And I can say that that was some of the best work that I've ever done, and being able to help individuals and to help mothers, grandmothers, and help them kind of carve out a pathway for their grandchildren or their children to be able to hopefully set them up to succeed in life. And now I'm worried. I'm worried about a lot of things, and these young children here, these 15, 16, 17-year olds. I really don't know, and it's just sad because so many of them carry so much anger. Not all of them, but a lot of them carry a lot of anger because of their households. Their households have failed them. And when I say that, a lot of these kids are bringing aggression to the streets and in their friendship circles, and cannot have really uh, um, reliable relationships around them because they lack trust. And where does that lack trust come from? If you don't get the trust and things that in an environment in which you're brought up in, say from your mother or your father, both together, if separated, and then for grandma, and you're not having people come in and pour into you the love and the nurturing that you need to be able to succeed. I ask the question again, do Black lives really matter to us? Are we so far removed that we don't give a damn anymore? Do we not care about when kids go out and next thing you know there's a shooting, and you hold your chest because you scared that it's your grandson or your granddaughter, or your son or your daughter, but yet you some people have allowed their children to just go out and wreak havoc in the community. Who's self-checking the kids or the young folks? Yeah, this generation, I'm not going to say they're too far removed. A lesson and a lesson on life. Why does it say that our kids have to be so advanced that they're not learning or taking any advice of any mature adult that have some common sense? The kids are listening. We're the only people seem like the only people that's out here, and we're not getting it right as far as our children and checking our children. It's nowhere in the world that a child is expected. They tell you that they're going out to hang out with their friends, and all of a sudden there's a big fight. They're standing around, guns are being pulled. Next thing you know, people are running for their life. People are looking to come up on a situation just to push live on their phones, and potentially can be shot or anything. Where's the lesson to teach the kid that their life is valuable? When there's a situation, go the opposite way. Don't run to it. Quit trying to get Jesus and all of those types of things. Where where does it where does it where does a lesson take place? Are you teaching your child or your grandchild to survive? Why does a 15, 16, 17-year-old have a gun? Why can't some of our children go out and just enjoy themselves? What is all the aggression and the angry and the anger coming from? People are meeting up at the public events because they feel like, oh, I'm gonna put it out there. This is the like clicking views, and I'm gonna put it out there, really knowing that they really don't want to fight in the public or bring a gun. They're hoping that somebody stop them. People hoping that somebody pull them back, but it's all for show. And then all of a sudden, you caught up on a murder charge. Everybody want to say, well, my baby was sweet, or she or he or whatever, because females are in this shit too. They're in it just as deep as the boys are, and the boys are only reacting to the females. Young women, do you know you control most of the situations? You don't have to be ratchet. You don't have to be so-called ghetto, low down, just to say that you belong, or you want somebody to see you in a certain way. Try another way. And for these young boys, I was looking at, what's his name? It just made me sick. And I like the young guy, T.I.'s son, over at the Waffle House. Whenever that video started, it's him arguing with the employees at the Waffle House. And to me, it seemed like it was just it was arrogance coming from his behalf, instead of just closing your mouth, getting your food, and doing what you want to do and walk out the door. You got to prove yourself. I don't know if you felt like you had to prove yourself because you were small in nature, or you felt like you had to prove yourself because of the status that you carry. I'm saying to you, young brother, it ain't that serious, because everybody is not looking at you like that, and some people just don't care about shit in life. They ready for somebody to just pop off so they can pop off and probably hurt you real bad. You gotta listen. You gotta step with ease. You just can't be out here thinking because such and such is with you and all of this. It takes one shot. That's all it takes. That's all it takes, in the right place at the right time, and you don't have your life anymore. Not even that you may not have your life anymore, but you may end up lame or something where you can't walk. Do Black lives really matter to us? If you have a platform, treat your platform with care and love. Give the lessons. Teach. Say, hey, you know what? I started out on this level. I tell you what, I want to change this around. You know, I begin to teach and to begin to invest in your listeners, in the people that are watching the videos, and these young people. You can change the narrative. And I go back to my young sisters. Everybody can shake their ass. Yes. What does that mean? You shaking your ass ain't better than the next person shaking theirs. Well, in some cases it is, but I'm saying, what does that mean? It was an art form. Now it's like totally sexual, and a way to have somebody look at you in this way, like you the biggest, baddest, whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. But when the day ends, what is that? What exactly does that mean? Somebody talk to me. I'm asking you the question, do Black lives matter to us? To the social media creators. What is it that you are trying to achieve on your channel? If it's more than just money, the money will come if you're doing it right, because eventually people are going to get tired and the same old bull crap, the same old cussing, hollering, and fussing, excuse me. Talk about some things. I had a really great conversation with one of my mentees, and we were just talking about she really want to find a person that can bring some value into her life. Well, she values herself. She's doing really good right now, and she wants somebody to equally come and assist them. They don't have to have money, but it's the intellect that she's looking for. And she says, well, if they have the fire in their belly to be able to want to do more for themselves and they're a go-getter, I'm with them. I will support them, and we can support each other. That's one thing that you can grow together and love. You grow up in love. I find so many people out here on these social media platforms, and all they can do is shake their ass.
Hmm.
That's all they doing. I don't even know what this whole, what is it, Kevin Samuel stuff, this high value man. If you find somebody that love you, that care for you, that respect you, that's willing to go out and earn for you, and while you're doing and y'all have an agreement together, if you're not quite there financially and y'all agree together to go out and make it happen, where you guys can come up with goals and grow together and love each other together, that's better than having a high value woman or high value man. Don't nobody want all that. I mean, it's okay. You save, you take trips. Everybody is not going to be an instant millionaire. Everybody is not going to be an instant success. You give a brother a chance that work at the local what Walgreens or the local car parts store, or that's fixing on a mechanic, because that tells me that that person is a hard worker and he's willing to get dirty and down and dirty to do whatever they have to do to succeed. And I'm sure it's brothers out here that would love to have a decent minded woman that carries herself with some class, that carries herself with some respect, that's willing to come together with him and meet together equally where they are. And if someone is not equal, help them climb, let them climb, build them up, love on them, do the best you can by them. Forget all this high value, all this other type of stuff. Because half of you don't even have value, period. Half of you don't even wash the dishes and clean or sweep your floors. Don't know how to cook. Don't even know how to boil water to put an egg in it to make a boiled egg. I'm not trying to put you down. I'm trying to get you to understand that it takes more than just your ass that's going to get you something somewhere in life. God didn't give us this right here to be able to just say all you have is your breast and your butt and your coochie and all that other type of stuff. You got more. People want more. I heard a sister the other day say, I don't like living alone. I need somebody to scratch my back. But yet she has a real, her attitude is just like somebody owe her life. Girl, if you don't get on that wall and scratch your own back and do the things that you have to do until you're able to get yourself in a position to where somebody will want to be there to scratch your back and do the things, don't nobody owe you anything. I want to find a man that's going to, that's going to protect me and feed me and my kids. Girl, if you don't shut up, because the man that you probably praying for is praying on you, preying on you and your kids. You got to have some substance. You got to have some value, some manner. You have to have a you in there. You have to want to be able to do more on the success of life. Why do I keep talking about this? Because this matters. Because I've seen some lowly sisters on some of these social media sites acting a complete fool around their children, and children out in the streets fighting and doing what they're doing to try to get attention because they out trying to beat their mamas and their papas or whatever else. I'm part of this community. It matters to me. I'm part of the village. It matters to me. My dad is 85 years old. I've seen him work and I've seen him retire. He was working way before I was even thought of in this world. You have to have a standard. I've seen my mother work, volunteer, give back to those in need. So guess how I grew up? Giving back to those in need and helping those who need help on their journey. Making sure that your options are plentiful. That you don't have to walk this journey alone just because you've been alone so far. If you're looking for something that can help enhance, or you're looking for somebody that can help enhance your life, then you pray on it. You prepare your home yourself. I find people that's okay with being a side chick. What is that? What low standard is that? You want to mess up somebody else's marriage, or he wants to mess up his marriage because he wants something. He don't have self-discipline, or she doesn't have self-discipline. But the fact is, if you're willing to sign up for it, because you don't have to deal with it every day, but as long as you're getting something from it, that's low. I don't care how you say it. Sneaking behind another woman or another man's back, that's as low, and you don't feel good about yourself. It ain't nowhere in the world you can tell me you do. You can fool yourself, because nobody here really in America, unless that's something that you really join up to, but then you wouldn't have to sneak behind it. If you want multiple situation, then let it be open. But I don't, that side check stuff, and that stuff is growing because here your children see all these different men over them, calling them, they sometimes call them daddy and stuff. Next thing you know, here's another one. At some point, it has to get better. At some point, when you press that live button, you ain't got to come yelling, kiss my ass, and all this other type of stuff. And girl, da 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 da, I'll F your man. You keep on messing with me. Like somebody man would want that. Every man is not looking to cheat, and not every man is looking to have a side chick. Have some goals that is attainable, that really means something, that can let you lay down and have good self-esteem, not in materialistic stuff that you are gaining from a hidden relationship. I'm going to talk about it. And I mentioned earlier in my Do Black Lives Matter to Us Part 1, and I talked about, I had gotten a phone call and they talked about, did you mention pastors? Yes, I did. And I'll mention it again. All the stuff that I'm seeing with these pastors that's undercover and doing it to these, molesting these kids, and going with the such and such wife, and then some of the wives approving of it and doing it and being secretive too. I'm talking to the young single mother that is tired, that's broken down, and feel like they can trust these churches. In so many words, you can't, because you don't know what evil spirit is amongst it. I said what I said. And you know it's true. If I'm not telling the truth, then may God what strike me down, because it's living right now. It's doing that. You know, it's happening. And right now it's just, come on, y'all. We have to do better. We once had strong communities. We once had this stuff going on. We once had all of this happening. Come here, Star. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come on. So you have to look at what it is to be successful, and what's your successful level? Is it just going around some other woman's back? And I'm speaking on this simply because I want every person that's looking for love. I'm not sure why my camera just blanked out, but I'm saying to you that you can want more and you can actually get more. You can actually be happier. Do Black Lives Matter to us? Yes, it should. To the young folks, make it matter. Because one day you're going to have children. And would you want somebody coming around and shooting your kids up where you have to bury, or have even if a GoFundMe is still around? People don't think far into the future because maybe you don't think the future exists for you. But if you take yourself out of dangerous situations, in some cases, you can do that. I want you to learn your rights at any traffic stop that you have. Learn your rights. Look up your rights and print them off and have them in your car. Post it in your car somewhere. I care about you. I want you to win. I want you to succeed. I want the parents. I want the single mothers, the single fathers. I want you to win. I want you to be able to just win at life, win at relationships. Come here, Star. I want you to just win. You don't always have to be on the losing end and hating everybody that you think you see winning. You don't have to hate. You don't have to have a jealous heart or soul. If you do better, it gets better. If you check what the problems are in life, it gets better. You got to love on yourself. You got to love the people that's close to you if you can. If you're dealing with some unresolved issues in your life and you need professional help for that, seek professional help. It's there for a reason. But I say to you, brothers and sisters, do Black lives really matter to us? To me, it does. It matters so much to me that I'm doing the second part of this video. I want you to succeed. If you're unable to learn it for yourself, put it down in the comments. Hey, I got this situation. Can you help me? I'll do the best I can. If not, maybe somebody else that comments or see your comment can offer a solution, as long as it's positive. If you hate yourself or dislike yourself in any situation, turn it around. If you feel like you didn't get the love when you supposed to get the love that you didn't get when you was a young girl or young boy, hey, seek out somebody. But be careful. Again, find someone that you look up to. Long as they're not taking advantage of you in those situations, listen to what they have to say. Pray about it. We have enough predators amongst these societies that we don't need to keep losing life. 40 people dead. 40 people shot in Chicago over the Memorial Day weekend. 9 people lost their life in Detroit. Come on, y'all. We can do better. We have to do better. It's for the generations to come. You see they mass shooting. You see a lot of people are killing, a lot of haters and hateful, evil, racist people are killing people of color. Why are you helping them? I never met you, but I love you. And that's for anybody. That's black, white, whatever. As long as you love me or like me and ain't trying to cause me any harm, we can get along. I don't walk around with a hateful heart. I want you to win. Do Black lives really matter to us? It matters to me. Can you answer that the same way? Can you change your narrative on your social media if you're aggressive and you're angry and you're cussing and carrying on all the time? And it could be your ploy just to get likes and views so you can get the checks from Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. I understand. But at the same time, you got to think about generations to to come, and to those young folks that's within your listening audience. They listening too. Tell them to go in their room. They hear the echoes. And you wonder when they go to school and get on suspension because they had a fight or something. They see what mom and daddy do. Come on, y'all. We can do better. Let's check each other if we need to. Peace and blessings. Bye.